Hi, this is Steven, and let's talk about Abracadabra.money. So Abracadabra.money does a lot of different things. You can see all of the things it does up top. So you can farm, which, a lot of these sort of apps have now. You can stake, which a lot of these apps have now. It has a swap, which is pretty cool, pretty robust. It has a bridge, which is neat. So I've seen a few bridges now. One of the ones that I can think of is Elk. Also, Cheeseburger, I think, is another one that has a bridge integrated. So I really like these. I like the ones that have the integrated bridge. Often you can only bridge a certain coin. So I think Elk, might be called Elk Swap, I forget the name of it. But you can only bridge their coin Elk. But you can bridge it from Polygon over to the Avalanche network for like nothing. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to jump across chains like that. So it has a bridge here. The bridge, you have to use the MIME or MIME, I'm not sure. I assume probably MIME just because of the theme of the website. But MIM just means Magic Internet Money. Look, they have the Phantom Network, AVAX, AETH maybe, which I think is... let me not guess. Okay, so let's talk about what you can actually do here. For the farm, you can see these are sort of where you would deposit your liquidity pool tokens. You can see what you've earned. This is very much like a pancake swap clone. So here you would harvest your spell that you earned. Now spell has been on a crazy tear. Maybe it's time for a pullback. I don't know. A lot of these newer things with big sort of secretive investors are doing a lot really fast. So if we just look at spell, right? What was this? This was September 11th. Let's look at September 5th and just see what happened over 1 month. September 5th, spell was at 1 cent. Sorry, one tenth of a percent. About a cent, 1/10 of a cent. Now it is at 8/10 of a cent or 9/10 of a cent. So it is 9x'd in 1 month, which is absolutely crazy. And I attribute some of this to the success of Time with Wonderland and the success overall of Abracadabra.money and its lending and all of the other features that it has. So, pretty much if you're on the Avalanche blockchain, you're probably at some point interacting with Abracadabra. Okay, so anyways, the spell that you're earning, you're going to have different rewards for these. If you look down here, you'll see that one of them is published. So the ETH spell liquidity pool generates 159% ROI. Now, they don't say if that's APR or APY, which is kind of frustrating, but I imagine it's APR, and that you could take your spell and then sell half of your spell for Ethereum and then compound it. So that 159 could be more, but this is the Ethereum blockchain right now that we're talking about. Because it's the Ethereum blockchain, compounding is super expensive, so you would want to be doing large sums of money or not compounding at all. Or conversely, you would want to earn your spell here and then stake it. Stake your spell here for another 25% APR, and the APY would increase if it's large sums of money and you don't mind the Ethereum gas fees. Okay, so that's what you do on the Ethereum network, right? You farm with liquidity pools, you stake here. But let's talk about the cool stuff you can do on the Avalanche network. So let me switch over to Avalanche. Alright, so you can't stake spell, you can't farm, right? You can virtually do nothing except for borrow. Now, with borrowing, you have this W memo. You also have AVAX. So you can borrow against your AVAX. Don't really know why you would do that. I'm not familiar with the purpose of borrowing against something that's not already working for you. So I get the concept of 9.9. I did a video on 9.9, and you can 9.9 with Time. So here's how you would do that. So I just went through this whole process and realized that, one, they should have a disclaimer here. But if I try to do this, look, this lending market has reached its MIM borrowable limit. Please wait for the next MIM replenish to borrow here. So I can't borrow. But the basic steps when this does come back online is to first wrap your memo. Can I unwrap? You know what, I'm going to unwrap right now because I can't borrow right now. So I'm just going to, I wrapped, a little bit. So let's unwrap. But you would wrap, and then you go to borrow, and then you would max, and then you can borrow any percentage. What you do want to notice is that you're dealing with W memo instead of memo at that point, and those have totally different prices. It's about a factor of 7.25, but they are pegged to one another. So essentially, you just want to make sure that when you're looking at your liquidation price, you're comparing it to your wrapped memo. You're not comparing it to your memo and just like missing a decimal place. So here I'm cool. I would be cool with a 10% and getting $324 to reinvest because my liquidation price would be a third, roughly a third of the value of my wrapped memo. So like time could fall 66% before I get liquidated. Cool. Did I? Yeah. Got my memo back. No big deal. So that's how you would do that. So again, this Abracadabra whole ecosystem, which is sort of tied very much to Time and Wonderland, its ecosystem. The basics, you have farming, you have staking, you have pools, you have swapping, you have bridging. Then you have borrowing, which apparently needs to replenish its magical internet money before more of that can take place. And you can sort of 9-9 on here. So that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day.